Well, I think that yes, I think that when we think about inequality in the U.S., particularly with regards to race and specifically Black Americans, one of the things that we need to pay attention to and to look at instead of just income is wealth. Right. So wealth as a measure is something that provides access to opportunity, provides the ability to afford education, provides protection against catastrophic loss, and frankly provides security to be able to take risks like starting small businesses. Right. So the thing that I tend to look at are what are the differences in wealth, and what we've seen in this country is a large racial wealth gap. Some of the most recent numbers show that it's median white wealth is 10 times that of median black wealth.
Dania, hi, it's Jeff. I just wanted to refocus on a specific issue around the profession of economics. And one of the things that I think you've flagged in your research is just how research and papers and publications don't get due prominence. Is that because there is a systemic bias within magazines or institutions that publish the research, or are there other reasons? And if so, how do we break through that?
So I think part of it has to do with the way that the economic profession views race, particularly in a mainstream neoclassical economic framework. And the history of how race is treated in the profession has been to say, oh, this is something that's really either just taste based, and the markets will take care of it, right? Over time, those firms that discriminate will be priced out of the market because they're basing their hiring decisions on something other than efficiency, right? But we've seen that that hasn't happened, right? Discrimination hasn't gone away. There's still evidence of that. The other way that economists look at it is to say, well, it's something like statistical discrimination, which means, I don't necessarily have full information, and so I base my decisions on the information that I know about group characteristics, which is basically what we do when we're stereotyping, right? And so that doesn't leave a lot of room for meaningful discussions on the actual origins of racial disparities in the US. And so, because of that, and because of that frame, I think that people who have written about race coming from a perspective, for example, thinking of it in terms of stratification, are less likely to be published in a field where our journals are peer reviewed and our peers view the study of race as I previously described.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope that good ideas are just good ideas wherever they come from, and they'd be treated as such and acted upon as such. I wonder, as we've talked a lot about how to bring equality for women specifically, and positive discrimination has been used as a way of leveling up. Do you think that the same methodology should be applied to the economics profession or other professions where there is clearly a numerical imbalance?
I think it's important to understand that there is a numerical imbalance, and addressing discrimination in hiring, and in the pipeline for economics is important, but I don't think that that is the only answer, and that alone won't increase diversity in the field, right? So there is an issue within the field of economics of, as I described it, almost being, hostile to research that discusses race in a way that's other than the neoclassical framework. And so even if I recruited, many Black economists or women economists and did better with my pipeline, if it's still a hostile environment where your ideas are not valued, then it's going to be hard to retain people. So I don't think it's enough to say, as you described it, positive discrimination, or we in the U.S. might refer to affirmative action, is the answer, but rather systemic change within the economics profession.